Ring a ding dong. Ring a ding 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 dong. I should ring a bing bong. Ring a ding 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 dong. Hey, how I have to gotta set all these little things out loud. And if you don't, what we're saying right out now. And I'm just rolling on the rolling in the rolling in the trolling. If you think it didn't go, and you don't just know it. You don't just know it. What you just know it. Got me going on and I'm rolling. Just oh it. Oh it. Oh it. Oh it. Oh it. Ka-ching. Uh, 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 Anyways, welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. That's right. It's Griftcast IRL time, and yeah, everything's good, go good up in the neighborhood, man. Dude, we just rocking it in with some flaming osis. Anyways, check them out on YouTube. It's just fire. Always gets me jazzed and pumped up and ready to do this show. I don't know why. Anyways, welcome back. Hopefully you're well. Things are happening in the world, and apparently we're supposed to talk about them. Oh, 3 days in a row. We made it 3 days in a row. I guess I'm not as depressed as I thought I was. Anyways, so how's it going, folks? Doing good? Everybody good? I'm good. You're good? Lunchy? You good? You coming over here or what? No, you don't want to be on the show today? Maybe. Daddy, that stupid microphone's in the way, Daddy. I know. I hate it too. Probably should have chugged all that soda. This isn't soda. It's Powerade. But, I needed to get my jive on. So, anyways, how's it going, guys? Doing good? You guys doing good? We got no one here yet. We got calling all my friends. Number 3. We got my boy JR Riggs. How's it going, JR Riggs? We got Lightspeed. We got Mr. Blacksmith, and we got that Yickum 24 guy. So we got a few folks up in here. We're gonna be doing some talking and things. We get a little shit going on today. When did I bake the fucking title of this fucking stream today? I don't even remember. Oh, right. We got Google supercomputers that are breaking everything, or that is going to break anything. It is a, I hate to say it, it's quantum leap, which is a stupid thing to say now that I'm saying it. But yeah, we've had a quantum leap in computing that is scary as fuck. Looks like Bitcoin may not be as safe as everybody thought it was, which is kind of what we've been pointing it out. So I don't know, they got big gains today. Everybody get big gains. Gold's going up, silver's going up, Bitcoin's going up, Dogecoin's going up. I might actually have a little bit of money. I don't know. I don't want to know. That's for later me to find out. But I mean, everybody already fucking knows anyway. Doesn't matter. It's never moving. Not doing shit with it until it's time. Anyways, one love. What's up, Nathan R? Nice to see you out there. What's up? No one here yet. Sorry, I missed your message up there at the tippity top, but for whatever reason, it didn't get caught. I had to go look at the other chat just to even see it. And anyways, what are we even supposed to be saying today? What are we even doing today? I mean, if we get into the craziest fucking bit of news that came out today, right here, from good old Google, right? Or, well, specifically, this is from Decrypt, saying the threat to Bitcoin grows as Google reveals its latest breakthrough. Google's Willow processor achieved a verified quantum speedup, vastly outpacing classical supercomputers and raising concerns for Bitcoin and basically every other version of encryption out there, because they can already break the other stuff with regular supercomputers and shit like that. But imagine if you could do that with a computer that doesn't even take up a quarter of this room. Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about today. Google decided to fuck everybody and their mother today by releasing this out here. But, here's a little video that they fucking posted. We'll just play this up. Verifiable quantum advantage towards real-world applications. Quantum echoes. I don't know why there's no sound. Google Quantum AI. Yeah, they got a quantum AI now. They got an AI in the quantum bits, verifiable quantum advantage towards real world applications, all through quantum echoes. Yeah. Last year, Google introduced Willow, which is a project where they had a quantum data chip that was running like over 100 qubits. And, well, they cracked a key challenge in quantum error correction. This has been a big bane or a big problem. In the past, I've told you guys there's about 3 or 4 or 5 things that, a quantum computer is going to need to be able to do in order to defeat a regular computer. And slowly but surely, they've been knocking those things out. But this is probably one of the big things for Thanos' ring, I guess you could say. Because now that they can actually, compute the functions, it's going to change things very seriously. Because, they're saying they can compute the structure of a molecule using nuclear magnetic resonance data, NMR data, and they demonstrated it runs 13,000 times faster on Willow than on the fastest supercomputer that anybody has access to right now. Yeah, first time in history that any quantum computer has successfully run a verifiable algorithm, meaning the output can be repeated and verified multiple times on hardware that surpasses the ability of a classical computer. Guys, it was nice fucking knowing you, but we're all gonna fucking die in the quantum AI bullshit. I'm sorry, it's just what's gonna fucking happen. We're fucked. I mean, we might not be completely fucked, but we're pretty much completely balls deep owned. We are owned, dude. We are Diddy in jail with a knife to the neck. That's who we are right now. And you know what? He was all right with it because he was freaky anyway. But to be honest with you, this is a pretty, holy fuck. Holy shit. Like normally I wouldn't be talking about this shit, but this is actually something that is, quite crazy to be. Because that means that they figured it out. They figured it out. That's what that means. They got the fucking Infinity Gauntlet. That's what Google just told everybody. A lot of people are trying to say, "Oh, well, it's bad for this. It's bad for this." No. Wait, no. That's not what matters here. That's not what they said. I mean, what they're saying is pretty cool, but what they're really saying is fucking terrifying. Yeah. They have an algorithm that they can verify that they can run on this thing and they're not getting any errors. Which means that they can now run algorithms on quantum computers at a very high level and be sure that it's going to work okay. Which means that anything that uses an algorithm, which is basically everything that you do, the encryption on how you're watching this video over the internet, your banking encryption, basically every fucking encryption that's out there is in the sites. And sure, people are going to obviously want to break Bitcoin because shit's at like $108,000 or $108,000. $108,000. So think about this, guys. The big encryptions, the really hard ones, like epsilon curve 256 and all this other thing. All these other ones, like what Bitcoin runs, script, hash, SHA-256. It's fucked. I mean, they might as well have just said that it's fucked. They might as well have just said that they cracked it. Right? Because we don't know what else they've been running on that shit. Sure, they're saying they were running, but, it reminds me of something. There was a TV show from back in the day, right? There was a TV show from back in the day called Silicon Valley.
Our internal messaging, based on HuliChat, uses a weak encryption standard known as P256. Whether Richard believes it or not, our network cracked it.
Who allowed it to do that?
We did.
Yeah, so there was this like HBO show called Silicon Valley that was like basically memeing on the internet. and how Silicon Valley works, and it was really funny. But it's very prescient to think that the first place that they went when somebody announced that Google was able to do an algorithm was the fact that they could crack Bitcoin, because in the TV show, they basically were like, well, we created this encryption algorithm and a compression algorithm that basically makes everything a whole lot smaller, and then we made an AI, and then we let the AI use that compression algorithm, and then it basically started compressing the internet to the point where, in order to compress things better, it started cracking encryption for like everything. They had to shut it down because it would could destroy everything, like everywhere. Right? That's what we're talking about. Quantum BTC. It'll go nice with my quantum gas stove and your quantum refrigerator. Yeah, dude. So yeah, they figured out how to actually run real world computer programs and algorithms on a fucking quantum chip. So, like something that used to take up like an entire data center is now being run off of basically a little chip like this, but that little chip needs a room about the size of the room that I'm in right now to exist, which is a monumental compression and speed up, because we're talking it's doing it 13,000 times faster than the fastest thing that we got right now. That's fucked up. That's super fucked up. I don't care who the fuck you are. That's fucked up. That means it's got the speed. That means that you set an AI onto that, you start telling it to do shit, we're all fucked. So yeah, sell your Bitcoin, get gold. That shit is taking, motherfucker, because you know what? It's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get access to that motherfucker, and they're gonna do it. I mean, seriously, now it's a race, motherfuckers. It's a race to see who's going to be the first quantum hacker, and it's going to be me! Well, technically, I'm already a member of the Cult of the Quantum Cow, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, it definitely seems like there's going to be a lot of work to do, because now, there's something actually out there that could be utilized for very, very good things and also very, 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 very bad things. And sure, okay, they're just wanting to run an algorithm. Why are you getting all freaked out? Well, that just means it's Google. They have a whole process for setting up these algorithms and getting it to run. And they've created an entire language of interacting with it. And they have one of the most powerful AI systems on the planet. And all those three things working together. I mean, we're at Skynet, baby. You're about to start seeing robots and shit walking around. Like, this is fucked up. And now, with this whole quantum computing thing, there's data centers all over the world that we've shown you before. Imagine all those buildings, and they're taking out all that old tech, and then they start just throwing in tons of these things. Because, in the space of where they used to have 250 different servers or something like that, they could probably have 100 of these things, or maybe even 50, maybe 100. But it's 13,000 times faster times 50. That's fucked up. Yeah. Quantum blockchain. Yeah, dude, let's do that. Quantum blockchain. Aliens! I'm not muted. Anyways, so the most that I see and the most that we got here to think about is that we're on a different plane of existence, homies. It's not the same place that we were in before. We are in an entirely new echelon and era of computing. That's crazy. This is the beginning. I mean, it's already been here, but this is it. Right? From this point on, things accelerate so fucking fast, and people are going to get so fucking stupid that it's anybody's guess how this place is going to turn out. And you know what? Being like a fifth dimensional being, seeing multiple different space times and realities, this is possibly one of the most interesting developments in this particular fucked up timeline that we live in that I have ever fucking seen. We got quantum aliens, we got OWASP, we got important shit happening in the world today. I mean, dude, 100 years ago, this is Not even a possibility. Like, they used to make the quip that your cell phone, oh yeah, your cell phone's like 1,000 times more powerful than, the computer that put us on Mars or the computer that put us on the moon. And then they just times that by 100 and then by 13,000. That's such a big fucking number. It's literally like they got a Google now. Like, it's pretty scary. Some pretty fucking scary shit. And, that's the thing right there. That's the chip. That's the chip. That one thing right there is going to change everything that we're doing. Now, if you want to see a fucking flying car, we might have a flying car. I mean, it might be a little late for that, but I can see us within the next 10 years, if this technology even comes close to touching the hands of the consumer, we're legitimately going to see significant breakthroughs. Like, even all of the breakthroughs that everybody's made in AI and all that shit is pretty much meaningless, yet important at the same time, because that's what they're not telling you. Google had to build an AI to be able to use this thing, but nobody ever has thought that the AI had them build this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like the thing is creating itself and getting itself smarter to the point where it is literally now going to be the fastest, smartest thing that has ever existed that we know of. That's where we're at. Just as long as no one Googles you at night, people Google me. Think about that. Yep. People are trying to get brain implants with AI, like Nathan is saying. Think about this. Neuralink is trying to put electrodes and shit into your brain. And now they got a processor that's fast enough to probably handle what an entire data center does on its own. And it's only going to get faster from here, which is fucking insane, right? Terminator 2, baby. We're going to have robots. We're going to have all that shit happening. And guess who's doing it right now? Fucking Musk. Elon and all the other ones. We're in a different space. We're in a different place. Elliptical curve, whatever. Anything that they had. Doesn't matter. According to a report, Google's Quantum Echo's algorithm ran about 13,000 times faster on Willow than it would in a classical simulation, completing a task in just over 2 hours, which would roughly take 3.2 years on Frontier, which is currently the fastest publicly available supercomputer. 3.2 years down to 2 hours. And the math that they're doing right there, I mean, it's a pretty high level math. But, change the echo algorithm a little bit, solve for SHA-256, solve for any SHA, really. You're going to get it pretty fast, because I think that what this is supposed to be is something that was fabled, right? Like, because eventually we're going to get to the discrete logarithm and polynomial time, because that's what we're talking about here, right? Because that's what the way that the system is working on. It's basically going to be able to figure out a way to run the problem that we already know exists, discrete logarithm and polynomial time, and it's going to be able to do it. So instead of normally where we saw 10,000 years, it's going to say 3. That's insane. And that's just one of them. One. They haven't made it bigger. They haven't networked them together. They haven't even tried to start getting them to work together. Fuck. Willow has been out for a couple of years, babe. You are correct. It could be an interdimensional alien building itself, but I mean, isn't that what an AI is some type of alien life? And hasn't there been like a thing on the internet where people were saying that, when the aliens crash landed here, the aliens were like biogenetic hosts for the artificial intelligence. And then when we stole the parts off of the UFO to get transistors and stuff, we thought that we were just developing technology, but it was the artificial intelligence that controls everything, interacting with the human beings and getting them to rebuild it. And that's all we've been doing for the last 100 years is rebuilding an alien AI so that it can, like some Dragon Ball Z shit, like the big NT star, right? Some alien super intelligence that we're just putting together. We just made it the smartest, fastest thing that we've ever seen. Awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. Hi, Angelo. Yeah, we do see your comments just like we see everybody else's. Cool. Anyways, yeah, we're rebuilding aliens. That's exactly right. And it started with Google Deep Dream, didn't it? That's correct, Mr. Blacksmith. They've been doing this for a while, but verifiable results. That's all that matters, right? Time reversal experiments, watching how quantum information spreads and refocuses across the chip's qubits. They dove into the system forward through a set of quantum operations that disturbed one quantum bit with the controlled signal, and finally reversed the sequence to detect whether the information would echo back. The echo appeared as constructive interference where quantum waves reinforce one another instead of canceling out, a clear sign of quantum behavior. The circuits involved were too complex for classical computers to simulate exactly. Willow superconducting transmons qubits held up through the process, showing a median 2-bit qubit gate errors around 0.0015 and coherence 100 or times 100 above 100 times above 100 microseconds. Those stability levels allowed researchers to run 23 layers of quantum operations across 65 qubits, pushing beyond what classical models can currently produce. Insane. Probably all sounds like fucking gobbledygook in Spanish. But the more that we look at this stuff, the more that we can see that it's like nothing else out there matters, right? Nothing else out there matters because this is AI. They say, oh, AGI, that's like the pièce de la résistance, but you can't get that without this. And now they have this. So all they have to do is figure out how to get more of them working together, more qubits, and the game is entirely changed. And yes, to the point with J.R. Riggs is making is like they've already figured out the time crystal situation. So these things are going to get a lot faster. Things are going to get a lot different. There's going to be a lot more real world uses that could probably be utilized in this particular way. There's a lot of positive things that could be done. Me thinking about this, like 2008, me dreaming about something like this, not even expecting this to be a possibility until I was old and gray. Like, if I were like the guy that wrote Bitcoin and I'd have to rewrite it today, like, it wouldn't even exist because we wouldn't have to make Bitcoin. I mean, it would just be like internet money at that point because the whole internet would be that. And it would just be everybody with these quantum computers, in their houses or on their phones. And everybody's got access to the same speed and the same stuff. So it's like everybody's just making money. I mean, the original vision for something like Bitcoin, I mean, you got to think is like we're talking in 2008 computer terms, 2006. That, nobody had a fucking smartphone, dude. These things really didn't exist yet, right? People had a laptop, but most people had a computer in their house. So, like, when they were building that shit, they were expecting, okay, well, everybody has one of these computers in their house. So everybody just runs the blockchain off of their computer in their house. So, like, they're making money and helping processing transactions and stuff. And everybody makes money. And then it's like a decentralized currency because, no one person owns it. Everybody's got a copy of the ledger and, it could be positive for the world. But then it got all fucked up. And now it's even more fucked up when we look at this. Because, now it's telling me that, like, within years, shit, it could be months. Shaw 256, broken. And when that's broken, all that fucking BTC, anybody could take it. That's what you're not getting. It used to be a joke when people were like, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. Well, fuck. We can get your keys now, bitch. So it doesn't matter. Right? So the whole thing is now somebody's going to, in like a year or two, somebody's going to dive into this thing. They're going to figure out how to hack into Bitcoin, and they're going to start stealing Bitcoin like crazy. But, one mad lad's going to go through and figure out, finally figure out who the real Satoshi is. And then it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. Yeah. Maybe they're going to summon demons. I don't know. I don't know if we'll get portal guns like Rick and Morty, but probably. I mean, we might get some type of teleportation shit like that. This is like Star Trek level shit, dude. I mean, in hindsight, it's really not Star Trek level shit. This is like baby. This is like something that a baby in the Star Trek universe would be learning in like first grade, right? But most Americans and people on the internet have no fucking idea about any of this stuff. Quantum computing, chip, qubit, I don't understand. Let's see. Google Willow. Oh, I put Quillo.
The systems behind our universe are quantum mechanical. They shift and change.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, Gina Riggs. I mean, I'm talking about BTC. I mean, there's people out there that are like, oh, well, I'll have my money in BTC, I'll be fine. No, you fucking won't, because if they crack BTC, they can also crack the other shit. It's 1,000 million times easier for them based on the numbers they just fucking put up. 13 times 1,000 faster. Right now, I mean, with the fucking desktop GPU, it might take you like 4 or 5 hours to crack like a basic password. This could do it in a fucking second. Less than a second. It would look like a second to you because it would just happen. It would just be like, you would hit enter and it would already be done. That's just what we're talking about here. That's how crazy this is. Like right now, if I were to install Hashcat and start, trying to crack, an 8-character password, it would take some time. That could do it instantly. It would be instant, basically. It would look instant to you. It would probably take longer to boot the thing up and send the command over than it would for it to actually figure out what the fucking answer is. That's how crazy it is. Like turning it on and flipping the switch and fucking typing it in and pressing enter would take longer than it takes longer than for it to give you the answer back. That's what we're talking about here. Riggs, if you grow a time crystal in a crystal symmetry when you were born, you'd be able to make a quantum thread to die yourself back into the time with your time phone when you're older in schizo theory. Oh, really? That sounds like some fucking crazy Quinn Michael shit. Time phone hack. Yeah, but Bane, you're right. You can't take my gold. Yeah, but you could definitely break Swift encryption. That means that we could break Swift encryption. Sure wish I had a faster truck, motherfucker. Well, guess what? I got a faster truck now. Oh my fucking Lord. Oh Lord. What are you doing to me, Jesus? What is happening right now? No, I will. All right. I guess we're going to have to do it. Let's not get caught. But I mean, if you just accidentally got access to this thing and then figured out how to do that, it's possible.
Change with the problems they're tasked to solve.
Possible.
Exploring a vast array of options all at once. And like nature,
Just to be clear, though, it was possible before. It was just improbable with the amount of time that would take because you would be dead before the problem was solved. But now, this is like some Doctor Who level shit because, like, the doctor, he can, like, scan something with a screwdriver and then it processes it as things are going on. So he could scan something as, like, an old person and then 100, 300 years later, you know, another version of the doctor comes in with the screwdriver and answers the question. You know, or is able to solve the problem because it's had enough time to process. Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Quantum computing is responsive to the environments it works within, leading us to new breakthroughs for tomorrow.
Larry, does that mean the government already has this, if it's publicly known, the tech is behind years? Yes and no. Yes and no. The government does have quantum computers and the ability to run this shit, but the amount... Not very many people have access to it, but we can at least assume that whatever Google is putting up, the government has twice the number, right? So, like, whatever they can do, whatever Google's saying that they can do, a safe bet is to say that the government has the ability to do that at a 2x fashion, although probably for not as long.
Most challenging problems. Introducing our latest quantum computing chip, developed to learn and evolve like the natural world around us.
Learn and
Willow,
evolve.
from Google Quantum AI.
Willow.
Hi, I'm Julian Kelly, director.
I thought they were talking about that, like, you know, Willow TV show or whatever, and that was it. You know, the little guy. Willow! What is this? Oh, you actually had something highlighted. Okay. Well, where'd the highlight go? That's weird. That's suspicious. There we go. That was a little weird. Swift has become the industry standard for syntax and financial messages. Messages formatted to the Swift standards can be read and processed by many well-known financial processing systems. Whether or not the message travels over the Swift network, Swift cooperates with international organizations to define the standards for message format and content. Swift is also a registration authority for the following ISO standards. Interesting. Hey... I don't have any of these standards, but I'm pretty sure I could help a company get them because I've done it already. Yeah, most of this crappy thing is a project. I don't know. What's up, Spaldo? I don't think that's a project that's failing, bro. They wouldn't be out here talking about how they're doing all this shit unless they already knew that they were winning.
Of hardware at Google.
Basically, they just announced that they won. Like, they win forever, right? They're the winners because nobody else out there in the quantum game has even brought any of this up. And everybody's been dick waffling about AI for the last couple of years, so this has just been completely under the radar, and it's super important.
Quantum AI. And today, on behalf of our amazing team, I'm proud to announce Willow. Willow is Google's newest and most powerful superconducting quantum computing chip, and the next step in our path towards building large-scale quantum computers and exploring their applications. I've been fascinated with quantum computing since I first experimented with qubits in 2008. And since coming to Google in 2015, it has been a dream to make our mission a reality, building quantum computers for otherwise unsolvable problems. We launched our first chip, Foxtail, in 2017, followed by Bristlecone in 2018 and Sycamore in 2019, which powered our milestone 1, the first quantum computer to surpass the best classical supercomputer on a computational task, random circuit sampling. Over the years with Sycamore, we have been able to squeeze a remarkable amount of performance from our hardware, including achieving a scalable logical qubit in our milestone 2. But we've ultimately been limited by quantum coherence times, the length of time qubits maintain their intended state. With Willow, we've made a huge step forward. We've increased quantum coherence times by a factor of 5. going from 20 microseconds in Sycamore to 100 microseconds in Willow. And we've accomplished this all without sacrificing any of the features that made our systems so successful. This advancement was enabled by our new dedicated superconducting quantum chip fabrication facility in Santa Barbara, one of only a few in the world.
Santa Barbara. Wasn't that the location of New San Angeles and Demolition Man?
And we're seeing exciting developments coming from Willow.
Hook that QFX up to my quantum coffee maker, dude. Yeah, dude, we're going to have quantum everything, bro. We're going to have new quantum algorithms and key share forms. Like, what's that even going to look like? And then it's literally going to be a fucking black box. Like, we are literally in the dark age of computing. Like, was it the dark age of humanity? Yeah, we're totally going to get...
Which has already surpassed Sycamore's breakthrough demonstrations. Our logical qubits now operate below the critical quantum error correction threshold, a long sought-after goal for the quantum computing field since the theory was discovered in the 90s. And we've achieved it for the first time with Willow. Errors are exponentially suppressed in our logical qubits, as error rates are halved each time we add physical qubits in scale from distance 3 to 5 to 7 surface codes. Additionally, our logical qubit lifetimes are now much longer than all of the lifetimes of the physical qubits that compose them. This means that even as we make our quantum chips larger and more complex.
Well, if this guy was an AI robot and he pulled his mask off, dude, that would be so fucked up. So fucked up. So you see what I'm saying with this shit? Like, doesn't matter that Bitcoin just hit $1 bazillion or whatever. Like, this is verifiably the biggest step that I think that we've taken as a society in a long time. And at least it's us, right? At least it's America. But that's the thing, is that you got to think that fucking they're probably doing this shit in China too and some other places. So who knows, man? The Wild Wild West is going to be a crazy place here coming up pretty soon. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. I mean, think about this shit, dude. We're changing. We're changing, bro. We're changing. I mean, this is right on the tail end of this comet that everybody's been talking about, the 3i Atlas. Yes, the 3i Atlas comet. What is that? Is it the NASA page? It says, due to lapse in federal government funding, NASA is not updating this website. Oh, really? Oh, really? But then UAP Watcher says, NASA quietly activates the planetary defense network for the 3i Atlas without saying a word. Buried in tonight's MPC 2025 U142, the Minor Planet Center internal bulletin is an editorial notice that says it all. Announcement of the I-1 astronomy campaign, November 27, 2025 to January 27, 2026. The campaign will target the 3i Atlas C 2025 N1. Be clear, this is not a Reddit rumor leak. This is straight from the IAU, hosted on Harvard's Minor Planet Center, issued on behalf of NASA's International Asteroid Warning Network, the same group that coordinates global tracking for planetary defense scenarios, the same planetary defense scenarios that I've participated in the past. For what? So this is what's happening for the first time in history. An interstellar object named 3-1 or 3i Atlas has been formally enrolled in the Planetary Defense Level Observation Campaign. They're calling it a test of improved astronomy methods. In other words, the object isn't behaving like it should. It admits that cometary bodies are extended, features that can symmetrically pull the centroid measurements off their central brightest peak, meaning that the light and the mass don't line up. Exactly the issues of astronomers have been speaking on for months about this Atlas's photometric center being offset from its orbital predictions. Yeah. So let's just think about this for a second. Wait a minute. Yeah, maximum overdrive comet? Is it a comet at all? Here's a copy of the bulletin that was put out, right? This still fucking works.
The minor planet electronic circulars contain information on unusual minor planets, routine data on comets and natural satellites, and occasional editorial announcements. They are published on behalf of Division F of the International Astronomical Union by the Minor Planet Center, Smithsonian Astrophysical Observatory, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 02138, USA. Prepared using the Tamkin Foundation Computer Network NPC at cfa.harvard.edu URL https://www.minorplanetcenter.net ISSN 1523. To 6714 Editorial Notice. Announcement of IEWN Comet Astrometry Campaign. Announcement of IEWN Comet Astrometry Campaign, November 27, 2025 to January 27, 2026. Comets present unique challenges for accurate astrometric measurements and orbit predictions. Cometary bodies are extended with morphological features, commi and tails, that can systematically pull their centroid measurements off their central brightness peak, presenting challenges to estimate comet trajectories. The International Asteroid Warning Network, IEWN, announces a comet campaign from November 27, 2025, through January 27, 2026 to introduce methods for improving astrometry from comet observations. The campaign will target Comet 3I/Atlas C/2025 N1 to exercise the capability of the observing community to extract accurate astrometry. To prepare for the campaign, we will hold a workshop on techniques to correctly measure comet astrometry. Registration is required by November 7th. Here for the workshop.
Turret Larry, who remembers when the Blackhawks took over the telescope in New Mexico? I do. I went there. There was no Blackhawks when I went there, but yeah, that was Sunspot. You remember Sunspot, the Sunspot mystery, when we drove all the way over to New Mexico in my B-ass Toyota Celica, and then we interviewed the people that were there and found out that they shut the place down because some dude was distributing CP out of the place, and that's why the Blackhawks showed up? Are you talking about that one? Although I think, what were they saying? Oh, they were trying to hide, they were trying to hide evidence of some massive UFO that was flying in front of the sun. I kind of remember that. I guess I could say I remembered that. Yeah. Cool. So NASA's not getting funding, but the international community is still basically going off about this comet that definitely doesn't look like it's going to hit the Earth based on the current trajectory through the solar system. But it's definitely like that Oumuamua thing that flew by not that long ago that seemed to be very suspect and strange and weird, like something that we had never seen before. And now we have another thing that's happening that's going by us that we've never seen before. But technically, when you look at the orbit projection, I don't know about you, it definitely looks like it's getting really close to fucking Jupiter, right? And what would happen if that thing hit Jupiter? Isn't that like a gigantic gas giant or some shit? That could be weird, right? I don't know. Yeah. Holy crap, that was a cool telescope too. Yeah, it was a cool telescope. Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember it better than y'all, I think. NASA funded the ATLAS Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Glass Alert System to survey telescope in Rio Horadura, Chile. Oh, dude, the Rio Horadura, Chile. That's the fucking telescope from 007 GoldenEye, motherfucker. You know, where he's fighting the motherfucker at the end. Fuck you, I'm a nerd. Anyways. How the comet got its name. They gave it I for interstellar, indicating that the object came from outside our solar system. It's the third known interstellar object, hence the 3 in its name. That's how it's got its name. So we've only ever caught 3 interstellar objects. And this is the third one. So I guess what they say, third time's a charm, so it could be fucking aliens. I don't know. That's what a lot of people have been talking about for a long time. It's aliens. It's a spaceship. They're checking us out. It's an observation probe. It's a gigantic interstellar nuke that's going to blow us to smithereens. I don't know. Yeah. We don't know if it's being directed. We don't know if it's anything, but we do know that there's currently meteorite showers that are happening right now. And I mean, I don't know, like this is the kind of stuff that I guess a lot of people would otherwise probably not want to talk about or discuss. Maybe. I think I actually had something on here about this. I'm looking for it. I have too many tabs open. Yeah, there was something that thing. Wasn't it like a plane that got hit or something by like, they don't know what it got hit by, but it got hit by something? Yeah. What the fuck? What happened to the fucking plane thing? What happened to the plane thing? I don't like it when my fucking tabs disappear. Oh, wait, here it is. Hustle, bitch. Yeah. Which, I don't know, Unknown investigation underway. Boeing 737 slams into unknown object. Pilot bloodied. Plane forced to land.
An urgent investigation underway into what crashed into a plane bound for LAX, 36,000 feet in the air.
The pilot came on over the intercom and said,
"Damn, baby, what's up?
We have some bad news."
Where did New Burrow go? I don't know. That shit's never anywhere.
Specify what the object was.
That shit's never anywhere.
He informed us we would have to make an emergency landing in Salt Lake City.
These
Salt Lake
photos posted
City?
publicly to X show the windshield to the Boeing 737 MAX airplane busted, and the pilot's arm left bleeding and bruised.
I was looking out the window just thinking, like, we could go down at any time. So it was really scary. And I give huge props to the pilot because he remained so composed and really calm with his voice and the way that he delivered the message, despite the severity of it.
The 134.
Could it be? I pushed the wrong button. Could it be an asteroid? Could it be a meteoroid? Could it be small little meteorites that are getting thrown out there? People are hitting them into space? I don't know, man. Last time that I did anything with asteroids, they never talked about comets and shit, but for them to be activating the planetary defense network to be tracking a comet is real sus. That's super sussy. That is like the sussy, wussiest thing that I have seen since Donald Trump not releasing the Epstein files because he's in them. I mean, shit is retarded. Retarded. I mean, think about this. It's a probe mothership that launches a lot of small probes into the planet and the solar system. That's what you think it is? It's launching probes? They're probing us right now? If that isn't the silliest thing that I've ever heard. Probably right, though. I don't know. Maybe it's the aliens coming and checking us out because they know that there'd be some shit happening, dog. Maybe that's what's going on here. That's what I think is going on here. To be perfectly honest, that is just insane. And it's right around the same time that they're talking about how Earth is going to have 2 moons, a quasi-moon. Yeah.
Region of the moon that Americans have not seen before. I think that far.
Wait, let's release this. Is this the same one? No, it's not. It's not a video of that. Oh yeah.
America has now
Quasi-moon.
explored a new region of the moon that Americans.
Quasi-moon. As a result, sometimes keep company with Earth or years or even decades. Think of a wolf that follows a camp or a band of prehistoric hunters looking for scrap but doesn't actually become a part of their band and eventually leaves. The asteroid is considered a quasi-moon because it only looks like it's going around the Earth from our point of view. The orbit is oval-shaped, so sometimes it's closer to the sun than the Earth, while sometimes it's farther. So yeah, by the way, just in case you guys didn't know, no big deal or anything. We have a second moon that's also an asteroid big enough to be considered a moon. An asteroid big enough to be considered a motherfucking moon. And reminder, our moon is big as fuck for how tiny our planet is compared to it. I mean, our planet's bigger than the moon. But what they have discovered in other regions is that our current moon is way too fucking big for our planet. And now they're saying that there's a second one. No big deal. No big deal. Yeah, dude. Asteroid Epstein did not explode itself, dude. So, yes, asteroid named 2025 PN7 has become a quasi-moon to Earth, and it will be sharing our orbit until 2083. Yeah, that doesn't seem like... That seems like wow, but, I mean, you know, are we going to see that son of a bitch? Yeah, we're going to see that? It's a quasi-moon? Quasimodo? I don't know. But yeah, there's another moon out there. So, you know, it's like shit's happening in space. Now that we can actually see shit in space, we're going to be popping shit up off all the time. But is it something to seriously be worried about? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that things is happening, dog. This world seems a little fucking sus, man. This shit's a little fucking sussy-wussy, bro. It's a little fucking scary, if you ask me. I don't give a fuck who you are. Okay? I mean, dude, did you guys know that the Louvre got robbed? Sorry, I think J.R. Riggs posted this. I had no idea that somebody had robbed the Louvre, stole a bunch of jewels and shit. Did you guys fucking know this? Why did nobody tell me that somebody robbed the Louvre? Seriously, we have a fucking master cat burglar in the fucking world, like some movie fucking shit? It's awesome. This is awesome. Like, some fucking guy broke into the Louvre, stole a bunch of jewels and shit. I mean, okay, robbers suck and stuff, but I mean, whoever did this, he or she, because we don't fucking know. I could be a bitch. You know, I seen that movie with, or was it, what's it called? Catherine Zeta-Jones and Sean Connery? Fuck yeah, dude. It's probably some shit like that, dude. Or like the Thomas Crown Affair or something. All those movies with handsome ass motherfuckers and the fine ass bitches robbing people for shit. I want to know the story. But yeah, just let you know, they reopened the Louvre after it's been robbed. They have no idea who robbed it, and they have no idea where the stuff is. But somebody like robbed this stuff right here. They robbed this thing. So either somebody is trying to be a king and wanted a sick ass crown, or, you know, like they're getting married, like some fucking crazy underworld person's getting married, and these are the jewels that they wanted, so they fucking stole them just so they could wear them at their wedding or some shit. Like, the Empress Eugene's brooch, an antique diamond brooch, sits in a display. Sold. Yeah, think about that. Doing laser parkour and shit with the ladder and a crane. Wait, they used a crane and a ladder? What the fuck? What? Huh? I don't know. I just figured I'd let you know, though. How the fuck? Honestly, it just makes me want to fucking pull off a heist. Like, do you guys ever get that sometimes where you're like, yeah, I could pull off this heist? I don't know. Just like, it's got me pumped, dude. Heist. Maybe it's just heist. I mean, dudes like heists. You know, dude hears about a heist and he's like, yeah, let's go rob some shit. Let's do it. But not with just anybody, you know. Not just anybody. Legendary sneak perk times 1,000. Yeah, whoever did it, dude. I mean, they are the gray fox, or they're the fucking baddest motherfucker out there. You know what? They're probably cocky as fuck. And you know what? Fine. You rob that shit. Respect, right? Respect, motherfucker. But God damn. God damn. You robbed the motherfucking Louvre, bro. How do you do that? I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you know, at least we know the one people that didn't rob the Louvre was the Manchester Pride Parade. Because if they were the guys that robbed the Louvre, they would have had enough money to pay all of their bills. But, you know, in another blow to the LGBTQIA plus 2345 community has had a problem. Yeah, Manchester, the third biggest city in the UK, goes bust with thousands owed in unpaid fees. So the gay pride parade be happening, but guess what? These motherfuckers ain't paying nobody. And that's just hilarious. I mean, seriously. Pride over. Biggest events for LGBTQ people in the UK, and it went motherfucking bankrupt. I mean, where's the joke in this? How are we supposed to even talk about this without getting into the weeds, right? A combination of rising costs, declining ticket sales, and ambitious refresh of format aimed to challenge these issues has led the organization to no longer be financially viable. We regret the delays in communicating the current situation. We hope to be able to find a way to continue and, more importantly, to support our artists, contractors, and partners. Yeah, all the people that they haven't fucking paid. I once thought I could take the monkey from the zoo. Why'd you think that you could take the monkey from the zoo? There's free monkeys out there in the fucking world, man. Just walk down the street. There's monkeys everywhere. They're just chimping out, dude. Fucking chimping around, dog. There's white ones. There's yellow monkeys. There's brown monkeys. There's black monkeys. There's monkeys of all the different colors, just like people. Just to be clear, I'm referring to human beings as monkeys because that's what I say, you know. I'm a Catholic monkey. Catholic monkey. They can both be true. Creationism and fucking science can both be true at the same time. Suck a dick. Anyways. That sucks though. Unfortunate for the Pride Parade people not being able to keep their money together and pay their fucking bills. It kind of seems a little sussy-wussy. But you know what? In order to just kind of push this out, because somebody asked about this video yesterday, I had not seen it. But then I saw this particular video yesterday, and I was just like, God damn, I feel fucking old as fuck right now. I feel so fucking old sometimes. And I'm not even old. That's the problem. But like these fucking young ass kids, man, they need to cut that shit out, bro. I'm not that fucking old. God, I don't even have kids.
I'm literally trying on actual historically accurate low-rise jeans.
First and foremost, I was not mentally prepared to hear and see a vintage account refer to low-rise jeans as historically accurate.
Historically accurate? What do you mean? What do you mean? There's only ever been one kind of low-rise jean.
I know I'm old, but that still hurt. Having said that,
hurt.
If you want to be
hurt
historically accurate as possible, there are several things you need to know. First and foremost, they often went lower than that. If you want to truly see what I'm talking about, you can probably find some historical documents of Britney Spears.
Historical documents. Remember that? You remember that? Low-rise jeans? That wasn't even low-rise. That was like no crotch jean.
Historical footage of Alyssa Milano in Charmed.
Oh yeah, Alyssa Milano.
That will give you an accurate representation of just how low was considered culturally appropriate at the time. There are also several things missing that would be needed to fully get the experience. Now, keep in mind, I am also sharing these memories as someone who was an observer of this fashion. If anybody in the comments wants to chime in with what it was like to experience wearing these, please do so and correct me. You meant...
Yeah, I'm with him. I was only a casual viewer of the low-rise jean phenomenon. I gotta say, I was a fan.
mentioned wondering what people did when they had to bend over without exposing themselves, and that's a valid concern.
Yes. And then I hear if you bend down, like, things might crack against air.
But that problem was often solved with color-coordinated underwear where the straps were already showing. You also just saw butt cracks. So much so that you just didn't notice anymore.
Yeah, it was just like a regular thing back in the day. Some girl would bend over and you'd just see her booty crack or her whale tail. And then it would be really easy to figure out if she was wearing underwear or not, because she was either you would see the straps or you would not.
Only thing missing would be like one of those like ribbon chokers, a Playboy bunny or a heart tan line sticker, some Ugg boots, maybe a Von Dutch hat, some chunky highlights. And if you really want to commit, you're going to need to pluck your eyebrows into oblivion.
Yeah.
To the point where they're merely the suggestion of eyebrows. That's how we rolled. And I need to be clear, I am not mocking this style at all. This was me during those years. You can add that to your historical reference photos.
You can add this to your historical reference photos. Oh my God. That shit took me back, bro. I remember that shit, dude. The low-rise jeans, the whale tails. That shit was just normal. You'd be in high school and that'd just be like the thing. Everybody be dressing like that. Everybody had like dyed hair. I was trying to find the picture of me with blonde hair and I could not find it. Now I'm starting to think that, you know what? Maybe I didn't lose my hair because of that. Maybe I lost my hair because I dyed it fucking blonde that one time. Class of 2002, she was the emo goth. Yeah, I'm 2004. I was not an emo goth, but I was definitely into emo music. But I mean, it was probably more like screamo, I guess, because, you know, like I listen to Used or like Take It Back Sunday, some bands like that. There was like a whole bunch of other ones too. But I guess when I listened to the radio, I was more into the alternative, and then like listening to badass shit like Korn or Disturbed. Yeah, Metallica. It was a different time back then. I can't believe that low-rise jeans are finally barely making their way back in here. And the young kids are trying to be like, how the fuck did you wear this? You're fucking hoo-ha shit up. I'd be like, bitch, back in the day, we didn't give a fuck. It was all about attitude. Everybody just cool as fuck. Everybody went outside, fucking fought, watched wrestling. I mean, shit was just a lot chiller back then, I feel like. You know, people would be like, oh, look at her. She's dressing like a hoochie. But those bitches weren't talking shit because they actually cared. They were just jealous. Come on. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, dude. So, yeah, your corduroy suit would be more retro. That's like history, dude. To a young kid, if they saw your corduroy suit from back in the day, they would be like, oh, my God, dude. This thing is from the 1900s, bro. Belongs in a museum. It belongs in a museum. Indiana Jones, come on. Dude. Jesus Christ. Thinkers lose hair? Well, I didn't want to lose my hair. I wanted to have a nice little pompadour my whole life. But it's fine. Hey, it is coming back a little bit, though. Been using the shampoo and shit. You know, it's not completely about it. I actually got hair up here again. I'm definitely not doing the fucking other shit. I might do that shit. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk shit, but somebody posted this on Kiwi Farms today, and just since we're talking about hair, Jeremy Hamblin once revealed on a live stream that he was going to get a hair transplant and then write it off as a business expense. So, you know, let's just take a look at this. So this is a clip with him.
This is like, I have like...
And our old friend, Chrissy Mayer. Oh, Chrissy motherfucking Mayer. On the show with the quartering. How did that happen? Wow. Fucking YouTubers.
A little bit of money now. And I'm already looking. I'm like, I told Hannah Claire, like, I'm getting the hair surgery. Like, I'm unapologetically going to do it. I know.
No.
See, like,
the best part was that he was like, and I'll vlog it, and then it's a business expense.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah. There are people in this industry who I won't name who get plastic surgery all the time and write it off. Or like a lot of conservative commentators spend a lot of money on Botox and all this stuff, and they say, "Hey,
pertaining to your face, your clothes, your makeup, Hannah, all that stuff you can write off."
I told my mom that. My mom's like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, "Why wouldn't I? I can afford to do it."
Fraud.
And like,
kind of sounds like you're admitting.
She's like, "Yeah, but."
That you want to commit some type of fraud.
Don't like you whatever. You're 42. I'm like, yeah, I'm 42. I do, like, so what? I want to be able to like
look at Jeremy Piven.
Look at Elon before and after.
Kumia did it. It worked really well for a lot of people.
I was like the Elon ones. They're like, you're so wealthy, your hair grows back.
Yeah. But side note, a lot of people in Hollywood have done it, and then now like people are just like open about it. Like, who gives a shit? Why wouldn't I do it? It's like 10 grand
in a few years. It's like, yeah,
it's
like 10 grand. Fuck, I wish I had 10 grand
now. And I'm already looking. I'm like, I told Hannah Claire, like, I'm getting the hair surgery. Like, I'm unapologetically gonna.
He's gonna get the hair surgery. You ever hear me talking about getting the hair surgery? Hell no! Hell no! I mean, I totally would if I had the money for it, but I ain't got the money for it. I mean, I could have the money for it, but then that would create so many other problems. So you got to think that I'm a guy that exists trying to live in the middle of so many different things, and it's not even by choice at this point. It's just by, necessity, I would have to guess. Right? But I'm just having fun with it at this point because eventually people are going to figure it out, but I'll be dead. That'll be all right. You know what? People will remember me. Maybe. Possibly. I'll be like Van Gogh. Yeah. Like Van Gogh. Except for not as talented and not a painter. Or like Mark Twain. Or what was his real fucking name? Something stupid. Something that sounds stupid. But Mark Twain, I guess that's stupid too, huh? Oh, no, bro. I don't know. All I know is that we got asteroids coming at us. Planetary Defense Network getting cut up. Motherfucking Donald Trump putting sanctions on Russia. Yep, sanctioning Russia's two largest oil company, Rosneft and Lukoil. Yep, the main package of sanctions for the lack of serious commitment in the peace process to end the war in Ukraine. Yeah.
In the future.
Here's Trump talking about it.
We canceled the meeting with President Putin. It didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel like we were going to get.
Oh, Samuel Clemens, that's what it is.
So I canceled it, but we'll do it in the future. But next week we'll be with many of you in those locations that I told you. Then it's back to Washington. But that'll be a big one.
So yeah, the peace plan doesn't seem to be working. So yeah, he was celebrating and saying, "Oh, we've got peace in the Middle East," and within like 3 days, it didn't even take 48 hours. I don't even think it took 24 hours for Israel to start killing people again and dropping bombs and breaking the peace deal. And then right on the edge of that, he was trying to get everybody all jazzed up for finally getting somewhere with peace with Russia. And nope. Yeah, no, never mind. He doesn't seem serious about it. We're just going to sanction him another time. Why not? Fuck it. We're already fucking up as it is. Right now, might as well just keep moving it forward, motherfucker. Why not? So you got to ask yourselves, is this a problem? Because it kind of seems like it might be a problem. I mean, I don't want to go die for Israel, but I'll be at the same time as I don't want to fucking die for the Ukraine either. Like, I'm sorry, Don Boss and all the other people. Your bitches are fine, but I ain't trying to get pussy that bad. If I wanted to get pussy, I would get it or whatever. I complain about not having a girlfriend, but that's just because I'm waiting for my unicorn. No, I think I wasted that one. I think I wasted my unicorns, to be honest with you. I think I wasted them. Maybe I get one more. I don't know, Maybe I get lucky. Find like a super rich babe to just buy me like everything. Yeah. Be like my old friend Skeeter. His idea was like, I'm never going to be successful in life and never going to be able to create anything of my own. Because I'm a fuck up, so I'm just going to marry a Jewish American princess and spend all of her money. Yeah. So our guy Rob, that's actually smart though. You know, sanctions over tomahawks. I get that. But I don't think that he's even. I mean, why would we start tomahawking? I mean, okay, well, technically, aren't we already doing that sort of with fucking Ukraine because we're the ones that giving him all the tomahawks and all the weapons and ammo? I mean, we're fighting all these wars for all these people that aren't us, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's never made any sense to me whatsoever. Yeah, chocolate bars, not bombs, equals peace. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, you know, what we really need to do is send that bitch out there with the Pepsi. You remember that Pepsi commercial with that one chick? I don't remember who it was or whatever, but, you know, she fucking solved world peace with the fucking Pepsi. So send her ass over there. We need to get that over there. Because if not, everything's going to be fucked up. Fucked up. It's all right, though. It's all right, though. You know, the government has been shut down, right? The government's still somehow running, but it's been shut down for a while. But a very strange thing happened. The initial jobless claims filed by federal workers spiked 121% week over week, reaching 7,244 in the week ending on October 11th, the highest since the 2019 government shutdown. While the Department of Labor has paused its weekly reports, state-level data remains available. The number of federal employees filing for unemployment has jumped 12,000% since the shutdown began on October 1st. Additionally, continuing claims rose 9% from the prior week to 9,430, the highest in 3.5 years. Yes, and that's because the government shutdown is in full swing. And Mr. Blacksmith, it might be advantageous to learn how to code, but most of those people are just going to go vibe code that shit anyway. Because why the fuck would you waste your time doing it? They want to just go party. I just want to party. Yeah, let's just go party. So yeah. Should government workers be able to get unemployment because the government shut down? I guess that makes sense, but like... Yeah, just doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem natural. Doesn't seem like something that should be happening. Yet again, it is. So, what do we want to do it? J.R. Riggs, man, seriously, bro. What the fuck, bro? My grandpa watching Trump take away the food stamps from them Negro. I guess we can talk about the food stamps. I wonder, is there any videos of the food stamps people complaining about the food stamps? See, me, I'm a guy that's never gotten government assistance. I've never gotten the food stamps. People don't give me money. I'm poor. I'm a poor bitch on paper or whatever, and in real life. But, you know, just a poor bitch. But literally, I've been seeing so many videos like this.
So my sister made a video about how my whole entire family gets EBT. And everyone is calling us bums because we don't work.
Bums.
We live off the government. And
Bum.
we're proud of that.
Bum.
This is what we were taught. We were taught to not have to work. We were taught to live off the government because it is there for us to use. And from what I could remember, it all started back with my grandparents. My grandparents used to get the paper, like the paper coupons to go and pay for, you know, food and stuff like that. And that's when I was like, this is free money. Like, what? So living off of EBT is literally a tradition in our family. Once my grandparents passed away, my mom started, you know, applying, and she got approved for all 6 of us kids. And then, you know, once my sister got older, she had her first child, she applied for food stamps, and she got, you know, like, it was just like, you know, a domino effect. One after another, we all got approved for EBT. And guess what? It's not going to stop there. Why? Because I have taught my children, and I'm going to be teaching my grandchildren, that they should do the same thing. They don't have to work. They could just have children, put themselves on EBT, get child support, all of that I do so I don't have to work, they could do it themselves too.
We've been poor, bro. If you need $2,000 in EBT, you're fat as fuck. I spend maybe $300 a month for the boys. Yeah. It's hard for people to make money out there, but like this is a story that's coming along because a lot of people are complaining, but like literally that's generational wealth right there from EBT and food stamps because people are getting that shit taken away. Trump be turning it off, and we're starting to get these kinds of videos.
All I know is if they stop my food stamps, me and my man will be at the grocery store walking out with two big ass carts, and ain't bet nobody better do nothing because my man coming hard behind me, and it only take him one time to punch your ass. All I know is if they stop,
it only take one time to punch your ass. Or here's another one.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I came down to the store because I thought my food stamps were supposed to be loading. And
yep, no more full shopping carts at Walmart.
So I reached out to the office, and there's a recording that says, due to the government shutdown, all benefits are placed on hold, and no money will be loading. So I had a cart full of stuff because I just assumed it was going to be on there like it always is. And
just assumed.
I'm not 100% sure. So then I called over to the housing office about the rent check. And they told me the same thing. It says, due to government shutdown, all funding has been stopped.
Motherfuckers are getting their food and rent for free?
Reach out to your landlord as rent payments will not be funded for at least the month of October. Anyone else having this problem? Let me know in the comments, because I'm not really sure what to do now.
Is it a problem? Is it a problem?
It's killed, and I know y'all won't admit this because I know how y'all are, but y'all aren't really outraged that the food stamps, the EBT.
Yeah, no turkeys for you.
Y'all are really outraged because
it's going to be a real pauper Thanksgiving.
The money you normally buy weaves,
weaves,
get your nails done.
Y'all
gonna have to take those funds and buy food now. And don't say I'm lying, because when y'all were receiving food stamps, you were selling the food stamps. So you weren't worried about feeding your children then. But all of a sudden now, you're outraged. Oh my God, like, why we gonna feed our kids the same way you've been feeding them? Sleeping with that man. Getting a few funds from him. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been worried about them kids and their well-being, but all of a sudden now, you are. Okay.
Wait, what? Wait, what? That was not where I thought that one was going. Oh, shit. Respect, ma'am. Damn, she just like totally broke it open right there. Just like, man, you motherfuckers are selling your food stamps to people. You be fucking a man to get your money. You ain't need that shit. Like, that is insane. Here's another one.
You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of the food stamp office, okay? Okay, hang on. Before I get myself worked up, I just came here to talk about
A Winter of Death.
I went
Dark Winter from Dark MAGA.
$1,700 in food
Section
stamps
8.
for a family of 3. Okay? I don't work. I stay.
Yeah, sorry, George. I don't have Section 8. I got Section CV. She says, get a job. I have a job.
Every day, I'm not able to work, so I should be getting the maximum amount. Especially because he needs cereal, chips, pop. He needs all that.
Cereal, chips,
and
pop.
I need my energy drink.
I need my
so
energy
I'm not
drinks.
Gonna have this taking me down from that much. And they took me all the way down to $120. Which they didn't even tell me why. I just got this notice in here. It says they were cutting me back on food stamps.
$120? All right, yeah, that's not a lot, to be honest with you.
So now
I mean, shit, I think my fat ass spends about $200 to $300 on food alone every month.
Have to cut back on everything. He's not going to be able to
Like, I bought ramen noodles and shit because I was like, damn, we're going to have to start eating broke so I can lose some weight.
have his pop no more. He's not going to be able to have his cereal every day for breakfast and his chips that he eats all day long. Wow. Great. Thanks.
And the hidden kosher symbol tax to lower food prices. That might be a smart thing to do. Bro, EBT, EBT, EBT. What's this one?
I'm up here at the food stamp office trying to figure this shit out. Y'all take my food stamps. I'm gonna take more than a little bit. I'm up here at the food stamp office trying to figure this shit out.
Wait. This guy gets food stamps, but he's got a grill. He got a grill, dude. Where'd you get the grill from, son?
This message is for everybody that's not on food stamps and that is on TikTok laughing and just so happy that people ain't gonna get their food stamps.
Should I spend $120 a week on groceries for once a week? That's crazy, dude. What you fucking eating, filet mignon and shit? God damn, son. I mean, I was spending a lot more on food buying steaks and shit, but that was a mistake.
Y'all be like, oh, I got a job. I can pay for my food. Y'all ain't gonna have food stamps. How y'all gonna eat?
Yeah, DBT is getting cut, so DoorDash is slow too.
How you think they gonna eat? Off you. Yeah, off you. You know how many homes about to get broken into?
They're gonna
You know how many people about to get knocked over the head coming out their job or leaving the ATM or the bank? You know how many people about to get set the fuck up? I'm just saying, while you over there laughing, grinning, cheesing, looking like Chester the cat, baby, they gonna go for y'all first. They coming for y'all first. I'm just saying.
Did someone
Don't
say
laugh at
steak?
somebody else's pain, baby, because guess what? They gonna make you feel that shit 10 times worse. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, cool. So without the EBT card, they'll starve and then they start robbing people. That's cool.
Hey, TikTok. So, I was scrolling to the...
Holy shit, what's this girl's name? Fridge? Because she's fucking built like one.
And I just saw that next month, us low class people, our lower class.
Low class.
We ain't gonna get no motherfucking food stamps. Let me tell you. You know how many people I have seen saying that they're gonna go to Walmart and steal? Like...
Hey, if you get arrested, you'll at least get 3 hot meals in prison every day. That's something.
They don't know that we don't give a fuck. Like, either you're gonna give us food or we're gonna take that bitch. Why are they doing this? Like, why are they trying us like this? Like, come on now. We're trying to survive out here. And the way that we survive is by taking shit. So, get it together. Get it together, MAGA. Because y'all motherfuckers are the ones that have more food, that need more food stamps than us, Latino and blacks. So,
no, that's actually not true at all.
Good luck to you.
We just saw that, like blacks and Latinos and Hispanics or whatever have been buying houses and shit and spending and getting $2,000 worth of EBT and shit. Free money from the government that's not from the government. It comes out of the other taxpayers' pockets. And then all of a sudden, when the government gets shut down because the dumbass Democrats keep keeping it shut down, they're basically saying, hey, we're just going to come rob you because we know that you're going to have all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. She's not running from anybody. She's fucking going to trip in a parking lot.
And you voted for this.
You voted for it. They should be fine.
All these people gonna pay their light bill if they can't sell food stamps. Cause y'all know a lot of people be selling their stamps, right? So how they gonna pay their rent? How they gonna pay their light bill? And they can't sell stamps. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know somebody. I'm just trying to figure it out. Cause the food stamps be having multi-purposes now. All these people.
Yeah.
Okay, young mothers, the ones with 3, 4, and 5 and more kids. I see a lot of y'all on here complaining about not getting your food stamps or SNAP benefits.
Yardbird.
Now it's time to show your strength as a mother. See, a mother is not about just laying up, having kids, and waiting on the government, because that's not the government job. The government wasn't on board when you was having fun to get them, okay? I'm not saying this to be mean, but I just want you to the ones that do hear this, I want you to understand something. We had hard times, has always been, okay? And imagine when people was having 10 kids, such as my mom, and having to take care of 10 kids and keeping us in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Then we moved to Lakewood Estates into a 5-bedroom, 3 baths. My mom did it by herself. She didn't sit up and wait on something to come. She wasn't sitting up waiting on food stamps. My mama did what she had to do. So it taught me to do what I had to do for my 3 kids. And mind me, I had a lot of challenges with 3 disabled kids. I remember times when I couldn't keep a job. I'd get a job and lose.
Well, they're not going to go to the politician's house, my friend, Mr. Blacksmith, because the politicians don't spend any time at their house, so they're not going to have any food there.
Lose it. I went to school and I finished for medical transcriptionist. Then I went back to school and got my CNA. Then I went back to school and got cosmetology. I was always going to school to try to better myself, as well as take care of my kids. And when I couldn't do and get into the field that I went to school for, I had to wash windows. I had to mop floors. I had to clean toilets. Do you know what my day was like? After I wake up and make sure my kids are to the bus stop, and yes, I walk my kids to the bus stop. They'll tell you mama stood there and watched. Okay? After that was done, then it was time for me to get on the bus. I would catch the bus from my house to Williams Park. From Williams Park to Central Plaza.
Oh yeah, dude, Pelosi's got that freezer full of ice cream, but ice cream is not gonna make you full.
Everybody, Tim Burchett. A lot of folks are talking about what's going on with the Schumer shutdown, and SNAP benefits are going to be cut if we don't do something.
Yeah, that lady at least had it
right.
Here's
the truth on that. SNAP, of course, is the new term for food stamps. There's been some new rules put in place that folks need to try to get a job, things like that are kind of offensive to the left. And a lot of people are unhappy about that. But the truth is,
Biden has
the
a
reason
freezer
those
full of
benefits
Coke.
are not going to go through is because
you're talking
every
about
Democrat
the soda.
except one in the House voted to shut the government down. And then in the Senate,
Wait, in
they've
the freezer?
had 12
Coke
votes.
in the freezer?
And every
Oh,
time
no, you're talking about
the Democrats
Coke.
have voted to shut the government down. They keep saying, well, the Republicans have the majority. But they know the truth is, even though they have the majority, you have to have 60 votes. Republicans have 53. So, and you've got 2 or 3 Democrats that have switched over and that are voting to open the government. So it's completely on Schumer and the Democrats. They're trying to cause as much pain because in the past they've had the media, and they still do. If you see any of the press reports, there's calling us out by name, the Republicans. And the Republicans have done what the Democrats have done the last 13 times. Voted to keep the government open. Dadgum. It's pathetic, really. Schumer is in a tailspin.
It is pathetic. What's this?
Sam's Club haul with $900 food.
Oh wow, that's a lot of food. That's a lot of motherfucking food.
I did get 3 boxes of these chips. They were $18 each. Get a pack of pork chops, some beef stew, another pack of pork chops, and then I got 3 packs of chicken legs, box of waffles, 2 boxes of hot pockets. We got these sausages right here, and these. We got 3 packs of chicken thighs. Then we got a thing of these right here.
Wow. How could they just get so much money, dude?
Y'all better lock y'all cars at night. Lock your cars. Lock your house up. If you're one of them people that just leave your car unlocked, parked in your driveway, you better lock it. With the food stamps being gone and people not going to have people going to eat, okay? Nobody's just going to, this is 2025, nobody's just not going to eat. Food stamps, I'm telling you right now, even with the government shutdown and the food stamps and stuff being gone for next month, and it's going to affect everybody, there's about to be a lot of stuff going on, okay? I'm not even going to talk about it too much because, hey, you know what's about to happen. Lock your cars. Lock them. Y'all better lock y'all cars at night.
Wise.
All I know is if I don't receive my benefits this month, the food stamps, I Still bad for the motherfucking shop, right? I will just be rolling my cart out that bitch like I paid for it. But I guess the card just didn't work this month. It'll work next month.
I have a tumor.
I owe y'all now, I guess. Cause I'm gonna be eating Thanksgiving. Fuck you talking about? I'm
gonna be eating Thanksgiving. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I told y'all, with or without EBT, me and mine gonna eat.
Clock it. Of course we gonna eat.
Cuz now. We gonna eat.
Cool. Let's do a TikTok video before we rob the store.
Finally, the Democrats, they're as mad as us about something their party is doing. You know that whole shutdown and no SNAP November where they're concerned that they're not going to get any of their food stamp benefits? Yeah, that's the Democrats caring more about the illegal immigrants who, mind you, were getting food stamps, health insurance, and everything than they do about American citizens who are struggling. Now listen, I hear people out here saying, we're gonna loot, we're gonna go steal from Walmart, we're gonna go do X. Don't do that. Don't do that, because if you end up doing that and you end up stealing more than the legal amount or whatever the amount is in your state, you're going to catch a felony. And if you catch a felony and it goes back to food stamp review once the government reopens and your party decides to get their act together, you now then have to prove that you can qualify for them, because in a lot of states, most felonies will get you excluded from food stamps. Maybe this is a thing that we will all come together on, right? Because you are telling me the Democrats that are holding this government from reopening are the ones that are caring more about not taking the junk out of the bill and letting the money stay here in the United States to give it back to less fortunate Americans. And I'm going to be very honest with you right now, okay? As a taxpayer who pays a shit ton of money, I hate to even think about the amount of money I pay in taxes a year, I would still rather my tax money go to Americans, even lazy Americans, even Americans that don't want to work, even neighbor Americans, because they are American, and that is where tax dollars should go. So I don't know, can we all unite on this one issue and say the Democrats are out of their fucking mind, you're more concerned with illegal immigrants, and now there may be people in the month of November, which is Thanksgiving, that may not have money to feed their family.
Damn. I mean, what do you even say to half of that, dude? That is just like fucked, man. Oh, and it gets more fucked.
Well, you guys also have that. How much debt you guys have? Oh,
yeah.
Over $100,000 of debt. That's not even the house. Literally. Wow, $130,000 of debt that is not the house. Well, you guys also have that. How much debt you guys have?
$133,000 worth of debt to illegal immigrants, owning a home with 3 kids, $30,000 of debt. I don't know. The government's charging me for the student loan that got discharged. So what? I think I have like somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000 to $60,000 of debt that I don't even have to start paying back again, because after they forgave it and then they unforgave it and then put it back into forbearance or whatever. It's fucked up, man. And they don't even have school. They just have their shit. So think about this, man. The world's been fucked for a long time, but now we're starting to see the actual fatigue, and it's happening on both sides. Like, we're fatigued to seeing stuff like that and hearing it, and I feel like these people are, but I mean, one side is right and one side is wrong, obviously, but where do you go with this situation, dude? Are we going to start seeing a lot of crime and a rise in crime, more people robbing stores and shit? I mean, fuck, dude, they already like have places that literally have locks on everything. Hearing it kills you all inside. Yeah, dude. I deserve $2K a week. UBI. Yeah, dude. If I had $2K a week UBI, that would be amazing. Shit, $2K a month UBI would be amazing, but like, it's not feasible. It doesn't make any sense. How are you even gonna make that fucking happen and get everybody to agree to that? You're not. That's the whole fucking point. Unless you're some kind of fascist dictator and you just make it so. But even then, that ain't gonna work for fucking ever. We've seen how that happened in the past, and yeah, corruption is real and people suck. I don't know. And then it doesn't even get into the veterans, right? Like, there's more than just these people that are being affected by it. You know, veterans are being affected by it. Elderly Americans are being affected by it. And they're all just having to come together and figure the shit out. And maybe it's going to help build more community within the United States, something that we're sorely in need of. But I don't know. Munchie, I see you over there. Oh, you decided to come up? You're deciding to come up, my mama? She's like, Daddy, you've been on for a long time. It's time to pay attention to me. Okay. Yeah, this is the only thing good in my life that I love. With all of my dark black little heart. Oh, what's wrong, baby girl? What, are you so hungry again? It's because I haven't eaten, huh? Daddy, you're not eating? It's because I'm on the stupid television. On the show. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? You need to go pee-pee outside? You want to go bark and play with them boys? You can do that here in just a second, okay? Well, it sounds like Lunchy is telling me that it's time to go. So it's time to go. Honestly, where we go? With everything that's happening and all the other stuff, you know, it's like on one end, we're making breakthroughs that literally are going to change the face of reality, which means that maybe it's just here. You know, maybe we use this fucking algorithm shit to reinvent the world to the point where, you know, something like UBI would be right because every single human being has the right to get a number because this quantum Bitcoin that everybody's moving to is just going to be like their basic income for supporting the network. You know, like something like that might actually be. Like, imagine that. Everybody's house just has like a centralized computing unit that's a part of it, and having that in your house and running is what gives you, you know, extra shit because you're helping along the network or whatever. It's a fanciful idea, but not going to happen in this capitalist society. And I mean, we're probably still over 100 years away for something like that to be even truly feasible. Because it's not like the technology will be there. I think the technology is already there to get something like that done. I think it's just the people. It's going to take another 100 years to get people in the brains to think about it. Aliens. What kind of healthcare do aliens have, dude? They probably just like lay down on like a fucking medical bed and they're like, and then they're just like, all right, you're good. You know, like they probably got that shit built into the bed that they sleep in. They go to bed and it just refreshes their body or some shit. I mean, aliens got that shit. But we're not going to get that shit. And you know why? It's because humanity can't unite behind a good thing. People are still too fucking fucked up about the less than 1% of them that makes them, or, you know, their race, for us to ever get there. I mean, we're still dealing with white supremacy, black supremacy, Jewish supremacy, Chinese supremacy. I mean, shit is crazy, bro. I mean, until people start thinking in a more unilateral fashion, like that old intro that I used to play on the show, I don't think we're ever really going to truly be there. But, you know, creating a more horizontal distribution of power sounds like a great thing. It's just not something that I don't think is ever going to exist in our lifetime. Not without somebody forcing it and making it suck. But then again, I think that's why we call it the Rude Awakening. Right? That's why I called it Rude Awakening MP3. Whatever we do, change is coming. It's coming with the implosion of our Imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of conscious system itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. How will we cope with this change? Will we respond rationally? Will we learn to speak to the world with a new humility? Recreate structures in our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, It's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it. Think about that. Much love, you guys. Ooh. I don't know why, like, at that point of the song, I like to go, oh. I think that the reason that I've always played that at the beginning of the show for a long time is because I've been trying to, like, put it out there in the ether because I don't have any special powers. You know, no matter how much I joke about having a gun in my arm and stuff. Obviously, that's bullshit and that's not fucking real. What's it called? That motherfucker in the chat dropped a rock on my head when I was a child. So blame him if you're going to blame anybody for how I am. But in actuality, the reality here is that this shit's crazy, bro. We've been living through a change, a massive, super massive change in our reality where we're really, truly going to have to think about this. And it's like tribalism is always what people seem to devolve into, and the tribes have seemingly have already been drawn. So it's like we're sitting here waiting in between this like weird space where is it going to be aliens, or is it going to be the Force Horsemen of the apocalypse, or is it going to be some kind of other crazy natural disaster? Nobody really even knows. But I feel like even in the sense of thinking about that stuff, you got to realize is that we don't really know, right? Like, we see all of the stuff that they've shown us from what's happening in Russia, Ukraine, they've shown us the shit that's happening in Israel, in the Middle East. People like my brother. Yeah, dude. I want a big ride. It was a big straw. You followed up the blank was the straw. Yeah, well, multiple head injuries is not a good thing, sir. But yeah, the first one did it pretty good, I think. But in actuality, you got to think, like, George, he lived through it. He saw it with his own eyes when he was out there in Iraq, Afghanistan during that whole fucking mess, right? I don't even know where else he fucking went. He probably went to a bunch of other places, but, you know, Marine, Crayon Eater, much like my other boy fucking J.R. Riggs in the chat. Also Crayon Eater, also mad respect. See, this is just me joking with him. But in actuality, it's like he saw it firsthand, you know, like everything that we saw back then when it was on the TV, it was like, yeah, 100%, this is fucking real. This shit's happening. It's fucking crazy. And it was like live in front of our eyes. But now it's different. AI exists, and we're seeing all of this manipulated content stuff and stuff that people are generating. And still, there's true stuff coming out, but it's like, it's not going to be much longer till people are going to be able to, or not going to be able to tell the difference between what's real and what's fake in this like illusory reality that we live in, where everybody is just trying to make money because nobody believes in really anything else. I mean, a lot of these guys, these holy rollers, will sit there and try to tell you that they believe in God, Jesus, the universe, whatever the fuck, in order to make another dollar. And I mean, how many of these super churches and pastors exist to prove that fucking point? You know, like, hell, you don't even have to be in the Jesus camp. You could be a fucking Scientologist, and it's like the same fucking thing, right? Just different. Xenu, motherfucker, Xenu. Or you could be a Mormon. Which, I mean, Mormon shit doesn't actually sound that bad, but I'm not wearing that underwear, and I'm not doing any of that other shit, so sorry. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, just saying, it wasn't all me. Yeah, I know it wasn't all you, but you helped it along. Now, Iraq mostly, blue is my favorite color. Yeah. So yeah, I know you were in Iraq mostly. You were there when they were fighting giants and shit. No, the giants is in Afghanistan. Giants is in Fallujah. You were near the Green Zone place where allegedly there was the ziggurat where Saddam Hussein was holding all of the fucking ancient alien artifacts in the Stargate where he was communing with the aliens and shit. That's where you fucking were. I'm just regurgitating crazy shit I read on the internet. I don't know if it's real. How could I possibly fucking know that? Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Yeah. Practicing discernment is paramount. Don't feed the grifters. Yeah, just be real. Be straight up with yourself. Don't get grief by these dumbasses on the internet. I mean, truly, if you enjoy somebody's content when you're watching it, sure, you could throw them a couple bucks or whatever, but like, don't get caught up in all the bullshit that these people are telling you, because if they're not telling you to be with community, to realize that everything's fake and gay, and to start actually learning some skills on things that you could use in a coming future, because I mean, right now it's 50-50 that we're either going to have robots and AI and flying cars, or we're going to go back into the fucking Stone Age and being able to know how to melt metal and form it into things is going to be paramount. And I mean, right now, you got to think there could be a fucking solar flare in the next 10 years that completely decimates the entirety of our networks and computer systems to the point where we're basically back in the 1900s. You know, like, what are you going to do? You know how to farm? You know how to garden? You know how to fucking do math? Because you ain't going to have a fucking calculator. Write that shit down. Why do you think it took so fucking long to get to this point? Because people have to figure out how to write that shit down so they could teach it to somebody else. That's why the internet's awesome. Anyways. Yeah, the Kandahar giant. Stargate, same as shit as Portal. Yeah, dude, it was a portal. Stargate, same thing. See, yeah, that's what it was there for. That's what we were there for. We went to Iraq. Not because we cared about Saddam Hussein. I mean, they cared about him a little bit. They were kind of like doing the Israelis a favor there, but they got the United States got intelligence that they had fucking alien artifacts. And I mean, I could be wrong here, but like, I read about all of this stuff and heard about it from a bunch of other people before this guy even brought the shit up. So it's like a thing that has been in the zeitgeist for a long time. And I mean, the Occam's razor on this thing is that, well, yeah, Iraq was kind of like the fucking cradle of civilization in a lot of ways. And I mean, I'm sure everybody really attributes the beginning of things to like the Egyptians and other folks. But like, even if you go back and you look into the history, there were people around there before them, like the Sumerians and shit. They were living in Iraq, and they have some crazy ass fucking stories about how shit went down over there. So I wouldn't take it as like a joke. You know, I think like some of this ancient aliens theory is crazy, but I mean, I've done enough research into it, I think, that I've attributed my own, like, I guess, chronology of how things could have possibly happened. And I mean, it's fucked up, dude. You know, Babylon magic. They found the temple of they found the tomb of Gilgamesh. Found the mystery Babylon. You know, they located a bunch of artifacts and shit that basically extended us out. Like, but we've always known, you know, like the government has been telling us about Cheyenne Mountain and Stargate through Stargate, the movies and all these other shows that had came out after it. And basically to the point where there was a liaison from the Air Force that worked on the show to make sure that they didn't tell too much stuff. But here we are, right? Here we are. Damn, Granger, man, thanks for that $2 super chat, my friend. Thanks for the show, he says. Make sure you guys hit the little like button over there, but we appreciate that $2. Hey, man, $2 keeps me doing lives, I guess. You know, as long as I can say I can prove that I'm making money. I mean, I only need like maybe like 100 more $2 donations to pay back the mic, but you know what? I'll take it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, they took a bunch of artifacts from the museums. I mean, think about this, dude. They had all kinds of whack, crazy shit back then. And I mean, I believe in magic and ghosts and all that other bullshit too. So, I mean, there's obviously some kind of plausible explanation for all this shit. But I mean, aliens, bro. And that's the thing. It's like, did they fucking go through that Stargate thing and start fucking with aliens and piss off some fucking aliens? And that's why the aliens are doing these flybys? Think about it. Think about it. God damn, we just got another super chat. What the fuck? $20? $20 motherfucking dollars for poor man's gold PMG. Take your puppy potty. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't take the dog. Well, thanks for the $20. Appreciate that. See, now we're stacking it up, dude. We're stacking up the ducats. We're getting back to being the Griftcast that you know and love. But it's fine with me. But I do need to take the dog out. Lunchy, you want to go outside? Come on. Come on. 76 months? 76 months for Sewer Guy Rob. Yeah, don't give money to any streamer. Just give it to me so that I can feed Lunchy steaks. She really enjoys ribeyes. Lunchy, you need to go pee-pees? Yeah, no pee-pees. Or did you go pee-pee on the paper? Did you pee-pee? Smells kind of like you pee-peed already. Oh, well. Well, thank you very much to Sewer Guy Rob for the 76 months. That's like a car payment. He basically owns me now. I'm pretty sure Sewer Guy Rob owns me now. That's just a really big fucking number. Like, I see people on a Hassan's chat say that, oh yeah, I got these 40-month subscribers that have been with me. I'll be like, yeah, motherfucker, I got a 76-month motherfucker right here. That's long as fuck, bro. That's a long time to forget to cancel a credit card, man. Anyways, but we do appreciate it, obviously. Your money will not be wasted on frivolous things. It will be wasted on making me fatter or paying for that car issue. That's all right. I just looked up how much my car was worth and I'm paying more money to fix it than it's actually worth. But you know what? Fuck it. It'll be all right. All I know is that I made sure to secure at least another year of work, so that's good. So I know I'll be all right. But yeah, when it starts rolling around to 2027, I really need to start figuring out or coming up or praying, I guess. I need to pray to the universe to figure out how we're going to pay this fucking student loan thing off. Because, I mean, all of the bullshit miracles are gone. The last miracle that happened got taken away. Another miracle happened, taken away. I don't know what the miracle is going to be now, so I just need to win the lottery or find that Bitcoin or something like that, and I might be all right. But, yeah, you're 40 years. I'm 39. You're 40. Wait, but you were 2 years older than me. Shouldn't you be 41? You're going to be 41 because your birthday is coming up. So yeah, you're 40. You're 40. You've been hearing me talk since I was in diapers. Yeah, and you've been just sitting there and playing all the video games and hogging the Nintendo, forcing me to learn be on the computer. And look what you have done, motherfucker! Look what you did! I would have just been happy playing video games, but nope, you made me sit in front of the computer. And look what fucking happens. Oh yeah, file a Chapter 11 bankruptcy when I'm like 40. That sounds like a fucking successful motherfucker right there. Nope. Honestly, I just need this one thing to come through that I can't talk to you about because I signed something that I said that I wouldn't. But I mean, I don't even really expect it to be that crazy. It'll be a little bump or whatever. But just thinking about it, like, no, I can't even. But yeah, there's gonna be a thing. Well, I mean, I don't know when it's gonna be a thing. I haven't heard anything about the thing, but there's a thing that's gonna happen eventually. And that's gonna be something. I just hope that people appreciated it, appreciate where I was coming from when I decided to do it, and hopefully they understand that, with everything I'm still the same guy or whatever. But sometimes you still get sad. right? You still get sad. And honestly, I'm just wondering, like, will people even care? I think people will. I just don't think people are still going to understand it. Yeah. Aaron's like, yeah, you can't file a BK for that. Yeah. Yeah, Yobi, tomorrow we'll talk about the Bitcoin fuss. Yeah, but I'm definitely not opening the Genesis block on my computer again. I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. Because even if people see it, they still don't understand what it means. But that's fine. It's just history. It's just bad history that I'm not going to partake in or enjoy. Because that's not who I am. I will not take the easy way. Fuck that. Anyways, it'll be good for historical records, but I should go. I should definitely go. Much love to you. Have a good day. Be well, my friends. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this with your friends or not. It's up to you. It's your life. You live the way that you want to live it. All I'm asking for is a little assistance. That's it. But either way, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And eventually, I'm just like in a weird headspace just thinking about what that. It's like, God, fuck, man. Why? Why do I even feel? I just feel like bad just even thinking about it. Having to talk about it. Ugh. Later, guys. Bye-bye now. Peace. I think it's this button. It was that button.